Hello everyone. Hello Nero. Hello Sonic. We both are doing well today. Thank you for coming by, as always. You turned the Kingdom Hearts music. Let's see. Have you heard the upcoming Wu Chang Fallen Feathers coming out in July? Yes, I have. It's not a game that I'm going to check out just because I'm a little burned out on Souls-likes, but I like the setting and I liked the debut trailer that they showed for it at the Xbox presentation. I think that's when it was announced last year at the Xbox showcase. And I dug the vampire, like the Asian vampire look that it had. And then I saw that it was a Souls-like, and I went, "Oh, I think I'm good." So, are you gonna be picking it up, Nero? Let's get Slime Ranch. There we go. Speaking of picking things up, I actually got the new Fantasy Life on the PS5. I kind of got it at the last moment. Hey David, how's it going? I got it at the last moment because I honestly forgot it was coming out so soon. I knew about it just because I'm a big fan of Level 5, and I've been curious to see what they were going to do. Now they're kind of making a comeback with their games, especially considering I was really worried about Level 5 for a time because what is it? I think it was their North American offices. They closed those down a few years ago, I believe. And I was really sad when I found that out because that made me very concerned that they were going to shut down and not, or at least only work on Japan exclusive games and or Yokai Watch games for the foreseeable future, and not make any more not make any more games for the States or the West, which would make me very sad because I grew up playing Level 5's games, things like Dark Cloud and Dragon Quest VIII. I think Rogue Galaxy is very underappreciated. That's a game I like quite a bit. I was a big fan of the first Ni no Kuni. I've never played the second one. I should probably do that someday. But I'm happy that they actually made something for North American audiences again. And I'm running around just to kind of reorient myself with should probably make some money. Upgrade. But I've been playing the new Fantasy Life, and I've actually never played the original for the 3DS, but I know of it. And I must say, like, I don't, like, love it, but I like it. I find it to be very charming. It's got that Level 5 charm that I associate with them. So it's taken a little while to kind of get going, but that might be my own fault because I wanted to unlock all of the jobs before I headed further into the story, just to kind of make it a little easier for myself. But I've been enjoying it so far. I think it's pretty fun. I played about 8 hours this morning. I played about 7 hours of it this morning, so it's, or maybe not that long, maybe like 5 to 6 hours this morning, so it's obviously doing something well. Have you heard it's rumor that Sony has canceled the marathon? Don't care. Bungie's dead. I think that's an exaggeration, David. I don't think Bungie is dead. Maybe dead to you, but they're not. I think I don't believe the idea that some people have been touting that Bungie is going to go away. I think the very worst that's going to happen to Bungie is that they are going to be absorbed more into PlayStation, and they're going to, especially if Marathon ends up failing, because they've got Destiny. They announced that they're going to have more Destiny content over the next 4 years. So I don't think Bungie's going away. I just don't think they are. Oh shit. Oh well. I don't think Bungie, especially if, now here's the thing, if Marathon does not make which that is becoming increasingly likely. I don't know if any of you have heard the rumor. I don't know if you've heard the rumor, Nero, that I know you've heard the rumor that they've canceled their marketing plans. I know the specific rumor was that Paul Tassi said at Forbes, well, I believe, considering he's got major connections at Bungie, they've said that they are halting their original marketing plans and doing something else. And they are also... I know the other rumor was from Colin Moriarty, who said that he had heard from a source from a key overseas like marketing department person. I don't know if they specifically work with Sony or Bungie, but they told him that Sony had canceled all marketing plans for Marathon, which he said was very weird and unusual, and for a game of this caliber, and yeah, that is very strange. But I guess it isn't, considering what's been going on with Bungie. I guess it's really not that strange, because I've been saying for ever since the alpha was released, and I saw footage of the alpha. I've been saying that this thing needs a delay. I didn't play the alpha. I didn't try, just because I didn't want to sign up for their Discord or anything like that. But I watched one of my friends, he got randomly invited to the alpha, which I think he just kind of spur of the moment went into the Discord and kind of signed up for it just for the hell of it. But he got into the alpha, which is pretty funny considering people who are far more like bigger fans of Bungie weren't able to get in, but he was able to, which is funny. Goes to show how lacking in disorganized Bungie is. I was gonna say lacking in organization, but disorganized is just a much better. It's the much better way to put it. And he streamed it for me over Discord, and I watched him play it, and I just was not really compelled by what I saw at all. I think part of that might be because I'm not really a big extraction shooter person. But I've seen some of my friends play extraction shooters that actually look far more interesting than Marathon does. I've seen one of my friends play Hunt Showdown, even though I'm not really crazy about what it looks like. I mean, it definitely looked more interesting than Marathon, at least in my opinion it did. Alright, let's get a auto feeder. Oh, out of my way. Ah! Shit! Hello, Sounds. How's it going? Bungie, more like fungi? Fungi? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Get out of my way. Oh shit, it only takes one. Put the one in, that's... But I just really couldn't get into the footage I saw of Marathon. I just didn't really... I mean, even the footage from both the creators that I saw, and then the... what is it? The footage that my buddy sent me or streamed over Discord. I just couldn't really get into it. It just didn't look fun. Are you not surprised that Super Mario Odyssey uses all 3 CPU cores during gameplay? No, just because I don't know about super high-end graphics, but I mean it's definitely, it doesn't surprise me that it's definitely, you know, what's the word? Very it uses everything that the Switch has got in order to get it to work. That part doesn't surprise me, just because it looks like a very it's definitely one of the more high-end original Switch games. He still surprised me that Marvel Rivals turned out well as it did. Yeah, I'm not like terribly surprised that it's successful just because it's Marvel. But I'm more surprised, I guess what you're saying, Nero, I'm more surprised that it is just good. That's what surprises me, is that it's just good. Because we've seen, you know, Marvel's Avengers, the Square Enix Crystal Dynamics one, turn out to be kind, not good. So it's definitely oh, there's more in here. Oh, well, they're not eating it, so I guess they'll be fine. But what I liked about Marvel's Avengers from a business perspective is that it definitely showed me that it gave me hope that people aren't going to just automatically run out and blindly buy anything that has the Marvel label on it. Is that there is such a thing as a Marvel branded failure, which to me is a good thing. It's the same thing with Star Wars, like with Outlaws, where that was like it underperformed pretty badly for Ubisoft. So that gives me hope that people aren't just gonna go out and willy-nilly buy anything that has Marvel on it. People actually have some kind of standards for quality, like somewhat. So I think that's a very good thing. That's a very good sign that people aren't just gonna take any random crap from these publishers. They're actually going to expect some degree of quality, which again, I think is a very good thing. I wish it happened more often. Some other franchises, like the aforementioned Call of Duty, like what Sonic's saying. Call of Duty file size below is similar. A fat guy from The Meaning of Life. That's an image. Oh boy. That's quite an image there, Sonic, but that's not bad. It's not a bad comparison. There's some truth to that. Just keeps eating and eating and eating file sizes for me. Some more. Oop. Oh no, that's a radish. That's a fruit. Or is that? I guess it's a vegetable. Strawberry is a fruit. So okay, so that's got. That needs more. I'm gonna take that out. Put it in there. And let me grab the strawberry. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That, they like fruit and meat, but I don't wanna give them my chickens. I'll give them fruits. Give them some strawberry. I like strawberry. I would still recommend Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Goes on sale after I feel like it's up your alley. What kind of game was that again, Nero? I know the name, but I can't really picture in my mind what it looks like. Did you know one of the Famicom Technical game had localization censorship? You want proof from censored games? I mean, that doesn't surprise me considering it's Nintendo. Especially if they have like more like darker, edgier stuff in the past. It's unfortunate, but you know. I didn't notice anything egregious, thankfully. I guess like as long as I'm like from my personal perspective, as long as I'm ignorant of it. Like, because I never would have noticed if you hadn't brought that up. Now I'm curious what the Probably has something to do with the wording of certain things. Which, there's worse. I mean, there's worse ways to censor things in video games than, if that's the case, with alternate wording. Let me see. Oh, that's the. Let's see. How much is it to get? Okay, so it's not that bad. Could use some expansion. So that's a carrot. Auto. Definitely want that. I'll leave the carrots and grab the beets. Oh no, carrots, not beets. Okay. Throw these into the auto field. The horror with RPG and visual elements, not a long game. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. Could definitely be down for something like. And they look happy. Growing. Oh, they're fine. They have enough. Strawberry. They have enough carrots. Okay. 3 stony hens, 6 roosters, 1 rooster. Or no, 6 hens, 6 stony hens, 1 rooster. How much time do I have left? Death mark. Oh, okay. 29 minutes. I think I have the stony hens. Okay. Sorry, y'all. We're going away now. Onto a better home. Then, since I have that, let me go out and try to find some more chickens and whatnot. Hang on to these. So they might increase in value. Probably better pick these up too. Throw them in storage. Like my farm to look nice and tidy. But yeah, going back to Bungie, if PlayStation does not allow for a delay that game, I know I've heard some people throw around the conspiracy theory that PlayStation is going to intentionally send that game out to die just to kind of fuck over Bungie because of how pissed off they are. Damn it. Hate it. Oh, a chickie. There we go. I really do think they are just sending that game out to die if they don't get a delay, which I think they are. I don't think they're gonna. I really, really doubt they're. I'll be shocked if they actually cancel it, but I do think it's going to get a significant delay into next year. But whether or not that's going to be enough time for them to work on the game more and kind of get away from the really bad publicity that it has. I don't know if that's going to be enough time. Ow. I really don't know if that's going to be enough time for them. Because, you know, what can they do in... Oh, it's gonna... Damn it! It's gonna... I mean, what are they gonna do in that time? They can add a solo queue, which is one of the biggest problems from the alpha. They can add proximity chat, which again, it's one of the biggest problems from the alpha. But is that going to be enough to get rid of all the bad publicity? I don't know. I really don't know if that's going to be enough for them. Considering just... Because I haven't seen a game with this amount of pre-release bad publicity. Like, probably since Concord was the last time. And even then, like people more made fun of Concord than were, like, actively hostile again. Like what, I haven't seen this much, like gamer press, like, being united against a game in a long time. Because even like press, because like press, casual players and hardcore players, I feel like are kind of like about Bungie and Marathon right now. There are the people that believe in it, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. I just don't know if. How long are they gonna delay it, and how long are they going to give? How much time are they gonna give Bungie to change things? Like, I just don't see it. Like, I really just don't see them giving Bungie like a lot of time to work on that. All right, you eat up. And in you go. Anyway, Stray, Switch, Kitty Litter, the terrible MK1 to the game. What? What are you saying, Sonic? Like I said, I feel like Deathmark is a horror game that you might enjoy. Might like it. Also a good art style and music. Oh, okay. Is it on PlayStation, or is it just on like PC and Switch? Also, hey Richard, we must save LBP. Nah, dude, LBP is dead. We don't need LBP anymore. We have Astrobot. I'm okay with that. That's a fine sacrifice for me. That's okay. I don't need LBP anymore. I was never like super personally like, I understand it's like historical significance for PlayStation, but it's not something that I'm like chomping at the bit to see come back. I did some digging into the franchise's death, and it's unfortunate what happened to it. Mortal Kombat 1 was too much for OG Switch. Oh, okay. I think we can live in a world with both of them together. No. I don't, I'm good. I don't need Little Big Planet. I'm okay. What do I have in? Blue and gray one? Okay, yeah. That back. Little Big Planet's never coming back. I never got to play any of them. Yeah, because you never had a PS3. That dude, they're never ever bringing Little Big Planet back. This is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, there's definitely an enthusiast, like, player base for it, but it's not like, that's one of the ones that I'm like other PlayStation IP. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you bringing this back? Something like PlayStation Home, I think, would actually work really well when they haven't done that, which is shocking to me. I think Twisted Metal would obviously be cool. I think SOCOM is like, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're sitting on SOCOM and you're putting all this other crap, all these other like generic looking multiplayer games out, but you're sitting on SOCOM. Like, that to me is shocking. But Little Big Planet not coming back, at least in like that format, Like, if they want to bring Little Big Planet back, I'd prefer they just make another Sackboy game again. Because that I did really like, even if it didn't do so well financially. I'd pick up another one of those. That was fun. Just the reality. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm willing to meet PlayStation, like, halfway in understanding the certain market realities for certain franchises that they have. As much as I would like to see a lot of their old franchises come back, like I would just want them playable for modern audiences. I just want them playable in like a good quality format. Like, I think we can bring back the original Little Big Planets, like do the servers and everything for them again, make them like remaster them, but not make a new game in the series. That to me is just like a waste of time. They're just not. It's just Little Big Planet's time has kind of come and gone. Astrobot is clearly much more popular with people, much more well known. So, yeah, that's what I would like for LVP. Some of the founders for Media Molecule, yeah, they left because they were working on Dreams, which was useless, and they spent so long on Dreams that they didn't make games. So they were like, why are we here? Why are we here? We're not making games. We're making a tool set. And Dreams bombed. And so Media Molecule now has to, like, they've wasted, like the last time they released a game, I think was like 2012 or 2013 with Tearaway. And then all this time they've been working on goddamn Dreams, which was a failure. And it's just, again, a complete waste of time. I hope whatever they're working on, I hope it's an actual game and not some tool set. I hope it's a game. That'd be cool. I don't want Media Molecule to shut down. They're very historically significant, but this is one of those cases where they really, like their failure, I blame completely on them. I don't put PlayStation in front of the firing squad for that one. In fact, I think PlayStation was like too generous in how they tried encouraging them to do Dreams and whatnot. Because Dreams is just a giant waste of time. Really unfortunate. But it's true. Oh. Dustmark is on PS4, PC. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Nara. I heard they were nearly shut down. It was either them or London Studio. There's like, in my opinion, there are a handful of PlayStation studios that are like right there as far as like one decision away from getting shut down. Like, I really do believe that. I believe Bend is definitely on the chopping block. I think London Studio is definitely one of them. Media Molecule is one of them. What is it? Fire Sprite, the one of the recently acquired studios, is on the chopping block, in my opinion. Just because of the controversy I've heard about them behind the scenes and all that. So, I don't know, like, dude, PlayStation's gotta get like their act together, man. Holy shit, like they really just need to get their fucking act together with some of this. It's like, it's embarrassing at this point. Because I feel like this entire generation, they have just, yeah, we've gotten some good stuff this generation. I hate to keep harping on this again, but there have been some like really good things this generation, obviously, but it's, oh my god, it's just, like, you know how in Astro's Playroom there's that mural in the room with all the console accessories and consoles and whatnot, and you find puzzle pieces in the game and it creates that puzzle, the mural puzzle along the wall? I feel like every year we get maybe 3 or 4 more puzzle pieces that are starting to add up to the full scope of failure that has been this like completely botched, useless live service endeavor that PlayStation's been chasing. Let's sleep. But it's just, it's, I still don't think it's the end. Because it's obviously not the end, because we still have Fair Games in the works. We still have Marathon that's going through its problems. So I don't think we're gonna see the end of like the Congo line, what I've called the Congo line of failure. I don't think we're gonna see the end of that in that, I don't know, maybe like PlayStation fully correcting itself until maybe the PS6, like middle of the PS6 generation. Because I don't think people, I think people really underestimate how screwed up their pipeline is now because of this whole live service initiative. Because it's only, I mean, it's really like now that we're really starting. I mean, this is like now, like, when did Jim Ryan leave? He left like over a year ago, I think now. And it's like, we are just really starting to see, I mean, even when he was still there, and I don't, to be fair, like, I don't blame Jim Ryan for everything, because I firmly believe that Hermen Hulst plays a big part in this as well. And unfortunately, he's still there. He's like he's still the lead of the software now, and it's like, oh man, like I strongly believe that PlayStation is not gonna get back on the right track until that guy is just gone. Just completely gone from PlayStation. I mean, maybe keep him around for the single player stuff. That's like the bread and butter of PlayStation. But that guy has, I've said this for a while now, that guy just has no good instincts or talent or foresight or creativity to lead a live service initiative. I just don't see it. And I think we need to start asking, I mean, what proof is there with the choices that with the games that Hermen Hulst signed off on? Just utter generic shit like Concord and Fair Games and Marathon, like buying Bungie. I think just buying Bungie by itself is a fireable offense. But I mean, people like to point at Jim Ryan as like the all-encompassing reason that PlayStation has just been totally screwed up this generation, but I think Hermen Hulst definitely plays a big part in this. I mean, he was the guy who was in charge of PlayStation Studios all this time. He's the guy that's been in charge of it all this time. So obviously he played a hand. I mean, I'm sure Jim Ryan gave him the parameters of what to look out for, but Hermen Hulst is the guy who scoped out Fair Games, funded Jade Raymond Studio, acquired them, signed off on pushing Concord further, signed off on God of War live service, signed off on that the London studio co-op live service game when they could have been working on something single player related. They could have been making another Getaway, scratch that GTA itch until it came out. Maybe make it something like Mafia, where it's a single player linear crime game. But then that studio got shut down. He's the guy that had been working on a live service instead of having them, you know, working on, like, approving them working on a live service instead of them making a single player game. And it's like, dude, all people wanted was just like a Days Gone successor or something like that. That's all people wanted, but they just it's so frustrating for me to think about. Like, whenever I actually sit back and think about it, it's just like I'm just stunned. I almost think they're cursed in a way. I almost think PlayStation is cursed when it comes to multiplayer or live services, just because it really is astonishing just how Like, I don't think it could have gone any worse. I mean, maybe, you know what? Actually, it could have, because they could have not had Helldivers 2. But ironically, Helldivers 2 is the thing that they don't own. Like, they don't own Arrowhead, and yet that's the game that has, like, by far, out of all of the like, the newer live services that they've been pushing, that's the one that is, like, by far the most successful. And Arrowhead doesn't want to team up with PlayStation for their next game. So it's like, yeah, could have had that, but you decided to, fuck with that in some way, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie gets shut down. So I was saying this earlier, I very seriously doubt that Bungie is gonna get shut down, Richard. I mean, I can understand the sentiment, because like we're in like the thick of it with the controversies with Bungie. But I think what's gonna happen with Bungie, if I'm gonna like put any money, like metaphorically, if I'm gonna put any money on it, is that I think Marathon's gonna get delayed until 2026. If it gets delayed to like November, if that's all the time they're gonna give them, that again, PlayStation is just sending that thing out to die. Which at this point, considering how obviously Bungie like took them for a ride and like grifted them, I wouldn't be shocked if PlayStation they're just like, fuck it, let's just screw Bungie over. But that would just look really bad for them as well, considering this is one of the big live services that they've been betting on. I don't think Bungie is going to get shut down. I think at the very worst, Bungie more or less gets absorbed by PlayStation. And it will just be Bungie in name only, but it will just be like yet another like first-party studio or along those lines. Because they still have Destiny 2 expansions that they've announced for the next 2 years. So, I mean, that's Destiny. I mean, say what you will about Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is the only thing right now keeping Bungie alive. They're definitely going to want to keep them around for that. But beyond that, I don't know, man. I like personally, like I just there's a selfish part of me that kind of wants to see Bungie get shut down, like as terrible as that sounds, considering like hundreds of jobs would be lost because of that. But I just, like, as a PlayStation fan, I have nothing but contempt for Bungie. I have nothing but contempt for how they've conducted themselves. And I have nothing but contempt for PlayStation for not doing their due diligence and buying them out of a panic acquisition because of Microsoft. That to me, like, if unless you're like some diehard PlayStation loyalist who just refuses to talk about PlayStation in any negative way imaginable, which in my opinion does not make you a true PlayStation fan, that just makes you just a moron if you're not going to talk about PlayStation critically despite saying that you love them. I think we can objectively say that the Bungie deal was, I think, the single worst thing that PlayStation has ever done as far as an acquisition. I think, like, by far, that is the single worst acquisition they've ever made. I can't think of an acquisition worse than Bungie. Like, catastrophically bad. Where they spent almost $4 billion. They have spent $4 billion by this point, keeping that studio alive. More than that. And you know what they've gotten out of it? Nothing. Literally nothing out of it. No profit, no new good games, no big successes, nothing. Even the things that they have bet on away from Bungie that are associated with Bungie, like Concord, because that was made by Bungie, some ex-Bungie devs. Nothing good came out of that. Just an overall disaster. Just curious, did you ever play Tearaway? I did. I thought it was okay. But I to be fair, I haven't played it in a long time. So I would probably need to play it again at some point. Just to kind of get an updated opinion on it. I did like what I played. I thought it was charming, but I personally think something is lost because of not playing it on the Vita, but playing it on the PS4 instead. Because I think it's clearly meant to be a Vita game, but I could be wrong. I could play it again and end up really enjoying it, but I have other things on the docket right now that I'd rather be playing than Tearaway. But yeah, another good news, I get my Switch in about less than 2 weeks now, so that's something to look forward to. My Switch 2 definitely. I mean, I'm not like, weirdly enough, I'm not like counting the days until the Switch 2 gets here. It's kind of like when it gets here kind of thing. But I'll definitely be excited to play Mario Kart World when I get my hands on it. I do want to play LVP games though. It turns out emulating them is the best way to experience them now. Oh yeah, what did you say? I'm good. Cancel one of my orders now? No, I would still hang on to it until till the end of the month. Like, hang on to it until the 20. I would say hang on to it until maybe the, because I would just, you have something, Richard, you have something very valuable. You have 2 Switch 2 pre-orders. One is a precaution. And I would hang on to it as long as you can until the point where they tell you you're going to be charged for it, where they're going to ship. Just because you don't want to get an email after you've canceled one of your orders saying that, oh, the other one is now, sorry, we've had to cancel your pre-order for this one, and you're out. You're fucked out of a Switch 2 pre-order. I 100% Slime Rancher run, so I'm getting the second game in 7 days. Nice. Nice you coming by, DMK 78. I'll hold on to them. I will pick up the second one when it's out of early access. And then I wanted to check it out, but I saw that they took it off of Game Pass PC. So I was like, I'll just wait then. That's fine. E-store. Other than Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, what other Switch 2 games look promising? To be honest, for me personally, nothing else. Maybe, depending on what Kirby Air Riders looks like, that might be something. Metroid Prime 4 is cross-gen, so I'm not putting that in that category. But I guess you could say that's another one that I'm excited about. Because I'm not really big on Hyrule Warriors. I don't give a shit about that basketball game or that stupid welcome tutorial or whatever the hell it's called. I don't care about those. Right now, I really just care about Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Actually, you know what? If they didn't announce Donkey Kong Bonanza, I could wait. I could definitely wait on a Switch 2 pre-order. But when I saw Donkey Kong Bonanza, I was like, shit. I was like, oh, damn. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. That looks really cool. What's this? The docks? Why, 5,000 for that? Holy shit. Yeah, Dragon Drive. I don't give a shit about that. That looked physically uncomfortable to play. When I saw them play it on the treehouse, I just really just ugh. That just did not look fun at all. You know me, Adam. I needed that game as soon as I saw it. Which one? The Donkey Kong one? Don't tell me you're about to say Dragon Drive. That's the one that you needed as soon as you saw it. I'm gonna like seriously question your taste if you're like that pumped for Dragon Drive. Drag X Drive. Oh yeah, DK Banana. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the first 3D Donkey Kong game and shit, like since I was like a single digit aged kid. That was the last time one came out. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. But nothing else, David. To be like perfectly honest, it's really just, I know that sounds silly that it's like you're getting a console for just one game, but that's kind of like how I've always been, where like I don't really buy a console until I see a game that it's like I absolutely must have that. For the PS5, it was Demon Souls Remake. For the Nintendo 3DS, it was Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. For the PS3, it was God of War 3. For the Switch, it was Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I'm the guy that it's like, I'm willing to wait until there's like one game. Like, I'm not somebody that waits until a full library is available for me. I really am like, I need just one game and I'm good. Like, just give me it for that one thing. I understand that's not everybody, but that's just how I've always rolled. It feels dead. It's a good concept. If you're playing basketball, it's the only thing. It's back. It's just, it just looks so, like, it looks like one of those games from Nintendo that is obviously going to be like bereft of content. It's going to have like the bare minimum that they need to try to justify spending something like, if that thing is any more than $60, they're out of their damn mind if they're going to charge more than $60 on that. That to me is like a $30 game. But knowing Nintendo, they're going to be like, yo, dog, we heard you want more Switch 2 games, so we're gonna make it 60 or 70. We know you guys are asking for wheelchair basketball. It's like, yeah, exactly, Richard. Because it's like, isn't it like, I don't know if it's a requirement that you need to play it with the mouse controls. I hope not. Because I hope you could just play it with the Pro Controller without having to move your arms around or like slide them along your desk using the mouse controls. I would have preferred if they had made something like Mario Paint for that. They should have just made another like Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Yeah, that would have been better, or Mario Paint. Just something that would use the mouse controls in a unique way. I would have, like, if they had come out with a Mario Paint, I'd be down for that. That could be fun. I'll do that. Anything for more storage. Or doing crossover with NBA Street again, like they did with NBA Street Volume 3. I mean, EA said that they're fully committing to the Switch again, so that could have been an opportunity to prove it. Yeah, let's wait till. I do have a lot of chickens. Not really overcrowded in here, so that's good. Do I have any Vitamizer? I need more babies. I'm pretty concerned about third-party game keycards. We all know that's the beginning of the end for third-party physical support on the Switch too. We all know that's like, it hasn't even started yet and it's already the beginning of the end. Because I know damn well publishers, I mean, Nintendo can say all they want that, you know, things like, well, we're giving people options to play it, you know, we're giving publishers options like, you know damn well the vast majority of publishers, third-party publishers, are going to make it with a game key card, because that's already happening on things like Xbox and even on PlayStation. So it's sad, but it really is just, it's the beginning of the end, and it hasn't even started yet for physical games on the Switch too. I just hate that that's an option. I mean, it was an option for the original Switch, but yeah, in terms of game key cards, don't buy any physical games unless it's third party. I mean, this is why like I am like fully content making the Switch just like a digital, like an all digital machine for me. Like if they had come out with a version of the Switch 2 that was just all digital, and you could like pay a little less for it, I would have gone with that. I hate to say it, but there really is no reason to buy physically on the Switch 2. Not when Nintendo is gonna start. Like, you're gonna pay the same price, or you're gonna pay more to play. Dude, like I said, they're gonna make it as annoying and inconvenient as possible for you to buy physically on the Switch 2, just to strong arm you into buying digitally. And I mean, it's been working for me for the last like few years, just because I find buying physically to just be completely irritating for me. I mean, I wanted, like, as an example, I wanted to buy Expedition 33 physically, but then they were like, oh, you're not gonna get it until the end of May. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck that then. I'm just gonna buy it digitally, and look at that. I can download it immediately, and look at that. It's a 10% discount when I buy it digitally on the store. Oh, look at that. There's no tax. Look at that. I can play it right when it comes out. I don't have to wait for my Amazon order. I don't have to try to find it physically in the store. They just make it as annoying as possible now to buy things physically. You're paying more to do it. Like, I understand that people, I have a friend of mine who's like very adamant about physical preservation, and like I make fun of him for it, but like I can respect the tenacity. Just be like, tell these publishers go fuck themselves. But at the same time, I'm also like, dude, like you're gonna spend more money on something that is like, okay. I mean, even with physical games, I feel like they can still take away the ability to play them. They'll find a way. They'll find a way in the future to do it. It's just what it is. It's just the way the wind is blowing. It's the way the wind has been blowing for a number of years, unfortunately. But you know, like I'm a part of it. Just because I've mainly like my game purchases have been like 95% digital over the last like number of years now. Just because like I like playing at 9 p.m. I don't have to leave my house to go pick up my copy of the game. And then I end up paying tax more on it. And then I have to wait to install everything from the disc. And then I have to, it's like, no, just let me download the damn thing in advance. And then more digital games now are coming with 10% discounts at launch, which is something that's pretty cool. There have been a number of games on like Steam and the consoles that have had like 10% discounts. I'm assuming you're buying KH4 digitally. That's one where that is one I am willing to buy physically. That is definitely, I'll double dip for that one, because I would like to buy it. Like, I would like to play it as soon as it comes out, obviously, and then I want a physical copy. Like, I want a collector's edition if possible. But knowing Square Enix, I don't know if I'm gonna want to pay the asinine amount of money they're gonna ask for a physical copy or a special edition copy. I mean, shit, I double dipped for, even if it's a key card only. No, not if it's a key card. I'm not doing that. That's useless. even if I miss out on the box art, it's like, I'll just buy it digitally. It's fine. Like, there have just been way more benefits to buying digitally than there have physically for a number of years now. And that single pro of like physical preservation, just no. Cringy Tug videos. Hey, how's it going? Slime Rancher. Woo. That's right. I like this game quite a bit. Fun. Thank you for coming by. But I just don't think the single pro of physical preservation offsets any of the benefits to like digital, for me at least. I absolutely understand for people who live in like lower income areas who don't have as good, definitely do not have anywhere near as good Wi-Fi as I do. I absolutely can. I'm not that ignorant to where I absolutely am unaware of the benefits of physical games. No question. I understand that. Which is why it makes it like all the more irritating what they're doing. Phosphor Largo? Reason why I've never bothered with the physical version of Jedi Survivor. Oh, I finished that actually a few days ago. It was okay. Just okay. I thought the ending was a little strange. Like, strangely paced. Jet? No! Ah! Damn. Oh, I have to shoot at it to get it to eat something. Damn. It helps with ownership, but I am aware it's not safe either with the cartridges and this can rot. But at least I can say I can own them for first party stuff, of course. Well, and they like go up in value. Oh, turning evil, I saw it coming. Yeah, he was acting he was acting like well, spoilers for Jedi Survivor, but he was acting like way too suspiciously for me like not to think something was up. I thought it was okay. I'm not like I'm not the audience for these Jedi Survivor games. That's just not, it's not for me. What? Ah. Can I just like shoot meat at that thing? Yes? Yes, I can. I don't know what it does, but oh well. Treasure pod is locked. Yeah. It was obvious he's a bounty hunter for crying out loud. It was not just that. It was like the way he was looking at Cal. I was like, nah, something's not right with this. Oh. Collectible ornament for your ranch? Okay. I did like it more than Fallen Order by like a little bit of a good margin. Just because I didn't think it was as the combat was as irritating as Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order, but it's just I'm just not I'm just really not that big into like the diet light Dark Souls thing that they're doing with that game, or the lightsaber combat that they're going with. It's just not, I don't know. I don't really think Respawn just should be making games like that. I think Respawn's talent really like clearly lies with first-person shooters, and the fact that they haven't made a new first-person shooter in like since Titanfall or since Apex Legends, to me is depressing. Like I would just like if I could be guaranteed that it was good, I would pay them like a stupid amount of money to get a Titanfall 3 that's on the level of Titanfall 2. I kind of wish the villain should have lived longer though. I wasn't really feeling that either of those villains in the beginning, or like the like the first two acts. I thought they were fine, but I was kind of like, yeah, okay, they're like, you know, what they're doing. At least like the one guy with the one arm, at least what he thinks he's doing, he's right. It's kind of like, I'm good. Like I don't know. I just thought he was pretty blah as a villain for me, at least. I did not like how they handled Darth Vader. That to me was actually like, it's super duper. It's like the dictionary definition of the dumb fan service that I've talked about before with Star Wars. But that moment was actually one of the few. That was one of the few bits in the game I actually liked, like really liked. Just because they had already met before in Fallen Order, and I thought her death was handled with more impact. It actually impacted me more than I thought it would. Not like I was like fucking crying or anything like that. It was just like, I'm like, wow, this is actually effective. It's actually like emotionally effective, which is a good thing. Like for a moment like that, you need it to hit. And I actually, because I thought what's his name's acting was very good. Who's the guy who plays Cal? He gets all weak and falls. And he casually gets away. Yeah, because she's dead. Because he kills her, and he's like, all right, I'm done. I'm fucking burning. I need to get out of here. I can understand that. It's strange, because like that's one of the parts of the game I liked the most when Darth Vader showed up. It makes sense to me. Oh, I guess I can just decorate these? Yes. Yeah. Just shoot one up there, I guess. Randomly. You're just hanging there. Can I shoot it on the tree? But it's like in the middle. Oh, okay, there we go. That looks less weird now. Yeah, it looks good. Wouldn't it just be smart for him to go and kill him since he's weak now? Yeah, but she's dead. Like, oh, you mean like them? Yeah, but they don't know. They don't know that. I don't think they know that Vader. Did they say that Vader? They knew that Vader was there? Like, did everyone else know that Vader was there, or was it just Seer who knew that Vader was coming? But like, but also with, no, but also like with what? Like, how would they go after Vader? Like, how? He's already gone. Like, he's long gone, and they're not gonna go into the lion's den to kill Vader. They need to go after Bode because he's got the plans to the Tandalore or whatever the hell that planet was called. Something like, wasn't it called? It's called Tandalore, isn't it? The planet. I played the damn thing. I should know what it's called. But I don't know. They're getting played. Yeah. But I don't know. I think like for me, honestly, like I was at a point with Jedi Survivor where I was like, I just want to finish this just so I can get this fucking 150 gigabyte game off my hard drive. Or my SSD. Like, it's like, this game's just, like, it's a nice looking game, but holy fuck is it like obnoxiously large. Like, it is just, it's like ridiculous how many gigabytes that game is. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks way better And that's like a Rockstar game, and that has less gigabytes than Jedi Survivor. I don't know. I don't understand why Jedi Survivor, they couldn't optimize it well. No, I do not know how. I do not know why that game needs to be like an absolutely just insane 150 gigabytes. Like, it's not that expansive and deep to where you need that. Like, I honestly think Expedition 33, just artistically and graphics-wise, looks way better than Jedi Survivor. And yet, that, like, is 50 gigabytes? 45? Something like that? And it runs way better? And it's Unreal Engine 5 as well, which is notoriously... like, the performance is notoriously wonky. I don't know. There's no excuse. Just... it's so ridiculous. Like, how many gigabytes that game is. I'm loving it so much. No, it's good. You're still on Act 1. And that's, like... That's like... You're in, like, the beginning phase of it. You're not even at, like, the best stuff yet, in my opinion. So... you'll know, like, you'll know when, like, the best stuff comes around in that game. It's gonna take, like, a mighty, like, fucking amazing game to knock out Expedition 33 as my game of the year. Like, I very, 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 very highly doubt anything else is gonna, like, impress me as much as Expedition this year, at least. Very highly doubt it. I'm taking my time with it. I'm in no rush to beat it. I want to enjoy it as long as I can. No, I get you. I think I limited myself. Like, I would take breaks constantly, but I was also like, I need to know what happens next, and I would also, like, play it quite a bit. Because I was like, I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens. This story is, like, so interesting that I really wanted to see, like, what was gonna happen next. And I haven't had a game like that in a while. Ever since FF7 Rebirth. And even then, I thought this was... I think it's definitely better than FF7 Rebirth. I think it's better than any Final Fantasy in the last 20 years, honestly. Like, I almost want this team to make the next Final Fantasy. It's like, I really am just like, I look at Square Enix and I'm just like, I don't know if you can, like, you've been lapped. Like, you've been lapped, dude. Like, I don't, it's like in a Toy Story 2 when Andy is like, I don't want to play with you anymore. And he drops Woody in the trash can. That's like how I feel about Square Enix, to an extent, after playing Expedition 33. Square Enix fucking wishes they have writers like they have in Expedition 33. They fucking wish they could write a game like that. I hope they make another turn-based RPG. I mean, whatever they make next, I'll be there. Absolutely. I'll be there. Absolutely. I just don't know what, like, I don't want them to get stuck making turn-based RPGs if they don't want to. I don't even know if they want to. The tricky thing with Sandfall Interactive is that I feel like they have just set themselves up to, like, such a high bar now with Expedition 33 that it's almost unfair that this is it's almost a bad thing that this is their first game, because I really don't think they're ever gonna make anything as good as Expedition 33 again. Like, I strongly believe that, just because it feels like a game that they just really were, like, super passionate about and really wanted to make, that I think it's going to be difficult to find something that's like equally is going to give them the drive to make. Because I think Expedition 33 just has this like really strong thematic and creative core to it. It's like, this is a game that they wanted to make, and it's a story that they really wanted to tell, and they got all the right people to do it. All the right wires got crossed in all the right places with this game, for the most part. I definitely have problems with the game, but I think it's absolutely just amazing. Like, it really is an amazing game. I mean, when you make a game this good, it's very rare, difficult for them to make cultural impact. It's something they never expected. I'm surprised by how many people are super into it. Like, I know people who don't like turn-based RPGs, who just can't really click with them, and they, like, praise Expedition 33. Oh, veggie. Alright, time to use the beats. Same can be applied to the other cult classics. I mean, Expedition 33, that's not a cult classic. That's like an actual... That's an actual, like, bona fide modern classic now. Like, right out of the gate, I would consider it at least a modern classic. That's a game that I feel like people are going to be inspired to make games because of something like Expedition 33. And I think in a number of years, like maybe like 10, 15 years later, we're going to hear from people who are making RPGs, and they're going to say things like Expedition 33 was like a huge inspiration to me, and stuff like that. And it's not just because of the game, it's because of the development model that it was made under, where it's this like very small core team. They used a lot of pre-made assets from Unreal Engine. They had quite a few outsourcing companies. They get some care. They relied on grants from the French government. So I would love to know how much the game costs to make overall. That's something I'm very interested in learning about. Just because to me, it's just so impressive. Are you all happy now? You're not happy. There we go. XYZ, hey. What do you think of Doom the Dark Ages? Honestly, I'm not a fan of it. I finished it, when did I finish it? I think I finished it last Wednesday, and either like Friday? No, I did finish it last Wednesday, and I think it's easily, for me, the worst one in the newer trilogy. And I'm a big fan of Doom 2016. I really like Eternal, despite how divisive it seems to be amongst the community. Like, I really like Eternal, even though I have problems with it. But I just, outside of the core gunplay, when the game like shuts up and gets out of its own way and doesn't try to hit me with gimmicky levels like the dragon and the mech, I think the game can be fun, but I think it just is too, I don't know, it's almost like it is, in a way, it feels like it's almost ashamed to just be a simple Doom game. Like, I understand that they have it in their mind that they're trying to kind of make something more of Doom by adding in a story with narrative and all. It's like, dude, I'm playing Doom, okay? Like I like just you're not you're not this like great story driven game. You're Doom. And your story sucks. Like your story is just boring and I don't care. And it just keeps getting in the way of the pacing and what I want out of the game. And I feel like a lot of the new gameplay additions are just not very interesting. Like I'm not crazy about the shield. I think they've really dumbed down the exploration. I think the music is kind of bad. Like I hate to say music is bad because that's so subjective, but compared to Mick Gordon's soundtracks for 2016 and Eternal, I think the new soundtrack is woefully lacking. And it does impact the game because, again, for me, one of the big appeals of those past two games, are their soundtracks, because it gets me hyped to get in there and start killing demons. But the soundtrack to Dark Ages, I feel like all of the tracks sound exactly the same. They're all this generic sounding metal music. I don't think they have any of the creativity and memorable melodies that Eternal or 2016 had, that Mick Gordon brought to those. Like, I don't think anything in Dark Ages soundtrack sounds anywhere near as cool as BFG Division or Super Gore Nest or The Only One They Fear Is You. I just think the soundtrack sucks. And I noticed it, I don't know if it's my own bias, because I'm well aware that Mick Gordon had a big falling out with id, and they obviously weren't going to bring him back for the Dark Ages. But when I turned off, because I did an experiment where I turned off the music at one point and I just put on my own metal soundtrack, like anything that I have on like my own personal library. Like I put on things like Pantera or Lamb of God or Strapping Young Lad or things like that. And I immediately noticed a difference in how I was feeling about the game, where I was genuinely having more fun now that I was listening to a metal soundtrack that actually like gets like my blood racing and like my fist pumping, like, yeah, like fuck yeah dude, get in there and kill some demons and shit. So it's kind of an interesting contrast with Expedition 33, not to keep going back to that one, but Expedition 33 soundtrack is so amazing. It's for me, it's like a top 10 all-time favorite video game score. I feel like that game wouldn't be half of what it is without that soundtrack, for me, because I feel like the soundtrack plays a big part in why I like find that game so like emotionally impactful and exciting to play. And then you have Doom, The Dark Ages, which just has such a lackluster score, and it just, man, it really shows what a mediocre soundtrack can do to the quality of a game, at least like in my opinion, for Dark Ages. There might be somebody out there who really loves the Dark Ages score, thinks it's the best one. You know, God bless them, but I don't believe that at all. Oh, you didn't like it? You went from thinking it's okay to not liking it? I thought it was, like, when you and I last talked about it, I was maybe, like, 6 or 7 chapters into it. Or maybe like, a little less than halfway through, but by, like, the ending of the game, and it's, like, 22 chapters, I was just done with it. I was just, like, I was actually, like, messaging Clay when I was on maybe, like, the 17th or 18th chapter of the game, and I was just like, dude, my patience is about to be broken with this thing. Because I hate to say, like, this is like a criminal sin for Doom. I mean, this is a cardinal sin for any game, but there were moments in Doom the Dark Ages that I thought were just straight up boring. Like those stupid dragon levels, I hated those. They actually try to like make you feel something for the dragon at one point. And I was like, nah, dude, this is just This is not working. Like, you try to make me feel something for this dragon, like some kind of like camaraderie towards this thing. This thing is annoying. Like, I hate this thing. Like, I want this thing to just die. But, and then with its story, like you said, story's not what people play Doom for. You want a story-driven super RPG. Like, it's just, dude, these cutscenes are like 5 minutes long in some cases with Doom, Dark Ages. I mean, there were cutscenes in Eternal, and even then I thought they went on for too long and they broke up the pacing of the game. But they are so obnoxiously long in Dark Ages. And the story is just so self-serious, and they're really trying to make something dramatic and serious that you'll actually care about. And I'm just like, dude, I don't care about these rival factions and this political maneuvering that these factions are doing. Like, it's Doom. Dude, it's Doom. Just give me the controller. Let me go do my thing. Just come on. Just stop. Stop having me watch these cutscenes. They're so boring. I hate this story so much. Alright, let me go explore out here. But I just did not like Doom the Dark Ages. I thought it was very mediocre. Hopefully the next one will be better, but I will give them this. I can respect the fact that go from point A to point B, that's how it's done. Well, that's how Doom. The cool thing about Doom 2016 is that the Doomslayer had nothing but contempt for anyone or anything that tried to give him story or lore or exposition. He had open contempt for those people and those things. Like when Samuel Hayden in the beginning, when he's talking to the Doomslayer through the computer, Doomslayer wants nothing to do with it. Doomslayer does not give a shit about what's going on. He doesn't care what the situation is with Samuel Hayden. It's like Goblin Slayer. He does not give a shit. So he punches the computer. There's a part later on where Samuel Hayden tries talking to him again. He throws the monitor out of the way. Doesn't give a shit. And it's all done through the perspective of the Doomslayer. There's very rarely a moment in 2016 where the perspective leaves the first-person camera. But it leaves that first-person camera all the time in Dark Ages. Because they think people will want to get the third-person cinematic angle of the Doomslayer. It's like, no, they don't. People don't want, like, I don't want this, at least. I can't say for all people, but I don't want this. Guy has nothing but contempt for goblins and only wants to kill every last one of them. Yeah, exactly. He should be hunting for Satan. I mean, he kind of hunts for, like, the version of Satan that's in this game, but the guy is not intimidating at all. Not scary. He just looks kind of goofy. But I didn't like Dark Ages. I was gonna say, one thing that I do really respect about this trilogy is that it at least tried something different with each one. Whether or not they were successful or not, that's entirely subjective. But I think it is admirable that they tried making 3 games in a trilogy and all 3 of them play very differently when it comes to their mechanics and whatnot. I mean, the core gameplay is kind of the same. Oh god. But the core gameplay is kind of the same in all of them. But they all have different mechanics, and a lot of them just play very differently to one another. Fuck, these things are everywhere. Fuck! Ah! Nope, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Woo! Like, Doom the Dark Ages plays very differently from Eternal. Eternal plays differently from... feels different to play compared to 2016. I still think Doom 2016 is the best one because it's the most simple out of them. It's the most straightforward, it's the most efficient. It's the funniest one for me. It's the most, like, impactful as far as the violence and the killing goes with these demons. Dark Ages has glory kills, but they sucked compared to the glory kills in 2016 and Eternal. And some of the enemies are just fucking irritating to fight in Dark Ages. There's one enemy in particular that just throws a shield up. So you have to wait. You can't shoot him because he's not going to take any damage with that shield up. And did it happen, Richard? There have been comments, you just don't see them? What do you mean? No, I've seen the comments. What do you mean? But is something wrong with... Wait, Richard, you're making me paranoid. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I can't see the comments. I was talking to Sonic. Oh! Dak was busy with my job. Mr. White, no comments for a while. Oh yeah, no, there've been comments. I didn't notice that. I think because I've had, again, I said this last week, I've been having some problems with the chat at times where I don't see it. Like I can't see new comments for a while, which is really annoying. I hate missing out on comments, you guys. It makes me feel bad. Okay. Anyway, I hope whatever id does next is better. I will say too, it ran really, really well for me. Even on my 2060. Like, I could get it to, like, medium settings at a consistent 60 frames. And it looks very nice. Like, it runs very nice, so the id Tech engine is still really, really good, in my opinion. Does Clay like the Dark Ages? I think he played it only for maybe about an hour. I don't think he's played it beyond that, so I don't know exactly what he thinks about it. I think he uninstalled it just to, like, get room for other things on his PC. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. I hope they don't do another Doom. I hope they do something else after this. I don't know what they would do. Like a new IP, maybe, but... I hope whatever it does next is better. Oh, cool. Prices went up. Cool. Money! Money, money, money! By the way, on version 1 Switch, pre-late 2016... Wait, what? What? Range to Stray lasts 4 hours, not overheating in handheld. Oh, okay. From a person borrowing my copy and said it was near base PS4 visuals. I mean, I know it doesn't run at 30. I know it runs at 30 on Switch. It runs on 60 on PS5. But... Other news: the Gex remaster looks nice. Looks nice. Oh, 2019. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Gex. I have contempt for Gex now just because it's the only Square Enix game in Astrobot. I hate seeing that. I hate that so much. It's not Gex's fault, but I gotta take my anger out somewhere. Let's sleep. Oh, 7 ZE. Oh, Rustero Weathervane? Yeah, Pioneer. Let's buy some of those. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Sleep till morning. It's 30 on PS4. I forget that Stray is on PS4. I don't know why. In my mind, like, Stray is like a current gen game only. But I always forget that it's on PS4. I know it's on Switch, but as far as the regular console, non-handheld stuff goes, I forget that that's on PS4 as well. What other upgrades can... Ooh, heart module. I want Gustav in Smash. You said that last week, and I don't understand why. He's not a Smash Brothers character. You meet Gustav in Smash. What's the best game you were aware of younger but would not get the chance to play a lot of until later in life? Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, let me see. Because I played Metal Gear PS2. I played Zelda. Played Zelda throughout my like single-digit life into my teens. Mario, I played those. Final Fantasy, I played those when I was a kid. Dragon Quest, I got into Dragon Quest with 8. I played that when it was not exactly like in its... I don't know. I guess I don't know what I would consider Dragon Quest's heyday, but ooh, I'm trying to think if there are any like big blind spots for me. He's awesome. Give me Expedition 33. No, I don't want Expedition 33 in Smash. That would look depressing ass characters. That's a really good question, Sonic. Yeah, I'm actually stumped trying to think of that. Damn. My game is Rocket Knight Adventure, Sega Genesis, because I saw it in shops but never got around to it until years later. Had a blast. Oh, nice. Cause like for me, like any of the games that were like I knew about at the time that were like really popular, like Silent Hill 2, even if they were M-rated, I always played them just because my dad didn't give a shit. He would always bring me back because I had a region-free PS2 growing up when I was at his house, and whenever he would go to Pakistan, he would always bring me back this like big case. Do you remember like when people like kept those like discs in the sleeves? That turned out to be just terrible for the discs, but like we didn't really care at the time. And he would always bring me back this like massive collection of like discs from like that region in Pakistan, like pirated stuff as well. And I would get to play like all the big games that everybody like knew about just because of that. So I never really had an experience where I saw something and like I never got to immediately like play it, or at least play it throughout my life, like in like single digit or double digit. Years later, I'm trying to think if there is something. Shoot. Instead, I had a crappy Acclaim Simpsons game from Genesis. I loved them back then. The massive Simpsons fan during the show's prime. That face. I I don't know if you ever played Simpsons Skateboarding, it's a terrible game, but I didn't really have the smarts back then to really like understand or really care that what I was playing was crap. So I played Simpsons Skateboarding a lot. I love Simpsons Hit and Run. That's one of my favorite games from the PS2 days. I love Simpsons Road Rage. Like, I think that is one that I'd be willing to stream as well. Like, cause I really like Simpsons Road Rage. I played the one on the Game Boy that's Bart's Halloween. Played that one. That one wasn't very good either. No, but heard it was hot garbage for a skateboarding game. It was, I remember, like, at the time I played it, I always enjoyed it just because it was a video game. But when I got older and I saw, like, how many people hated Simpsons Skateboard, like, it's considered one of the worst games of the PS2 era. And I was like, damn, really? And then when I went back and watched it and I listened to people who had problems with it, it was like the memories of like dealing with that game. I was like, oh yeah, and I recontextualized it as an older person. I went, oh yeah, that game really did suck. But at the time, I just didn't care because it was just a video game. Like, why would I have I don't have the capacity to think like that at that age. Damn, I have a lot of chicken. I think it's starting to get like overpopulated in this. Buy some Vitamizer. Let these chickens grow up nice and fat. True, but when younger, you don't know better. That crappy games are fun and not know better. I mean, there were definitely some games back then that I did not like. I'm sure there are. I'm trying to think of like what are the ones that I like distinctly was like this sucks back then. I'm sure those existed. Oh, I am not a fan of the Hulk 2003 movie game, which I had that when it came out, again, like a pirated copy. Or a region free copy. I had that, and like the only way I could get through that game was to put on the cheat codes, because some of those levels are so cheap in how they're designed as far as difficulty. Like, I can remember one of the levels has you sneaking through a base where there are those, it's based on the 2003 Hulk movie, so I don't know how many of you have seen it, but there are these like mutant dogs that are in it, and there's a level where you have to sneak through this prison level, and if you get attacked by these dogs, like, you're basically fucked. But sometimes the AI on the dogs would be so cheap, and it would see you even though you were like huge distance away from them and you weren't making any noise, and you would still get attacked and die because you're not in your Hulk form, which was really annoying. Thankfully, I got to play Rocket Knight Adventure and later own it on Switch Collection. Never looked back. Yeah. See, again, I'm trying to think, like, what are, like, classics that I played that I never played back then? Yeah, everything. Like, I played everything back then. Like I played Zelda, I played... I think maybe the closest answer I've got to that is maybe Luigi's Mansion, because I would see, I didn't play Luigi's Mansion, at least like fully. I didn't play it until years later, but I always remember seeing the box art at Toys R Us. I always remember seeing it being played on like the demo disc. So, but I can't remember like how far I got into Luigi's Mansion when I was a kid. That might be like, that might not be a sufficient answer, because I played Luigi's Mansion. I just never finished it. Damn. All right, yeah, you got me, Sonic. I can't think of anything. That's a really good question. If I think of something, I'll definitely let you know in a future stream. But I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's an obvious answer that I'm just not thinking of. I'm sure there is. Maybe Half-Life might be one. Because I never got around to playing Half-Life until I was in my teens, along those lines. Maybe that might be the answer. Because I played Portal because my friend had the orange box. I played Team Fortress 2, even though I'm not like big into it. Like I played Left 4 Dead. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to like comb through my memory of video games. By the way, the team that made Rocket Knight 16-bit trilogy from Konami was the team that became Konami Tokyo Studio during PS1. Oh, nice. Quick sip of water. But yeah. Whatever. That's it? That's all they can give me? Psh, are you kidding me? It's easy. I think. Uh-oh. Do I not have what she's looking for? Maybe I do, I don't know. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Yeah, I need 2 of these, Beth. Do I have any in my storage? I got nothing. Whoops! How much time do I have? Oh, 18 minutes? Eh. I'm kind of screwed on that one. Konami Computer and Entertainment Tokyo. Around the Akihabara area that studio helmed from Konami back then. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I don't think these rewards aren't really, they're not really that compelling anyway, so I don't mind. I don't mind kind of missing out on that one. Let's see. People not gonna eat? I guess not. Yeah, I'm gonna miss out on that. Well, let me go off and explore. Just for the hell of it. Or let me, you know what? Let me upgrade my stamina as well. That's something that I need to upgrade. There we go. And... ooh, that looks nice. Just go off. No, not down there. I want to find that gold one again, that gold slime. But I don't know if I am. I have too many chickens. I don't want any more of those anyway. I'm not gonna grab those. I fun. I find over. Aw. Actually, do good stuff for me. That's a good investment. Tabby plort. Ow! Asshole. Oh, you know, I could feed that one. Is it behind here? There we go. I don't know how long it's gonna take to be that bastard, but I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that. The worst game I was glad to never knew existed and played in Ode. The god awful Bubsy 3D. Oh god, yeah, I know. I've never played it, but I know that one. Made aware from Gaming Magazine in the early 2000s. Bad enough I played through the Woolly Strike Back, and AVGN fans posed and made me puke. How boring the game was for PS4. Yeah, but Bubsy, I am like never going near a Bubsy game. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that garbage. Ow! 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 Ah! Leave me alone! Or you know what? Hold on. Maybe these guys will actually be good to get. Barrel slimes. It's not hard to be nice on. Ow! 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 Shit! Ow! Ow! Yeah, I better not. I'm far away from camp. I wish they would spawn a little. Well, maybe no. You know what? I think they actually do. I can go grab one from the dangerous cave. Angry Video Game Nerd for sure. Yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I've never watched Angry Video Game Nerd, but I know the acronym. Let's see. Yeah, I could probably make it. But I don't have anything set up for the I could use another, because I have more space now. What I could do, I don't want the pink slime. What I could do is use one of the new areas that are available in the extensive area over there of the ranch. Create a new corral, a corral. Bring one of the hostile slimes over here and see what happens. How much is it for a new corral? Plus, like, even just getting it over here is gonna be a pain in the ass. What does, like, the water do? It's just water. Well, first I want to see what happens when I give it something to eat. What do I get out of it? So let's make a corral. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Should probably make it a little higher. Some money. Oh, psh, I can just easily get a pink one. Out here. Nope. Yeah. Easily get a pink one. Oh shit. Whoops. Actually, you do. Actually is cool. AVGN made people aware of the infamous LGN company during the NES, Game Boy Ones era bad license games. See, I don't know if that's like strange, but I've never watched Angry Video Game Nerd. I've always been aware of his existence, but I've never watched him. Not that I like dislike the guy or anything. I've just never watched him. Yeah, there are starting to get too many hens around here. Oh, they went up in price. Oh. I'll put these in. Or you know what? No, I'll give one to the phosphorus slime. Then I have to make the walls higher on it as well. This is gonna be kind of tricky, but see what happens. See what happens. Or I don't know, do I even have enough to try to successfully bring these guys into the area? I don't even know. I mean, I could try, but I might need some more upgrades to make it work. Oh wait, they don't eat fruit. Hold on. Get out of my way. You don't eat fruit. There we go. Okay, you're almost out of. Okay. Keep peeking. Okay. Imagine young kids who got trauma from the many terrible game mill and outright game license garbage during the 8th and 9th gen of gaming. I don't know about trauma, that's a strong word, but I can definitely understand kids being like, what is this garbage? Or I don't know, they might not even notice, considering like how dumb. I mean, shit, like look at me, like I didn't know that Simpsons skateboarding was crap, and I wasn't traumatized by that. Okay, so I need UV rays and a ceiling here. Yeah, I need solar shield and air net. There we go. And then I think that's it. I think I have everything to prep for phosphorus slime. Alright, you're gonna be my sacrifice. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can get it into the cave without it, like, losing its shit. We'll see. See what happens. I mean, shit, hopefully I can even, like, make it back. But let's see what happens. Will it actually, like, eat something? Oh, there, yeah, it ate something. Alright, ah! God. Things are so violent. Oh, shit! Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea to try to... Shit. Come on. Stray looks $1,000,000 compared to the terrible long game from GamerMill. That is true. Ow! Please don't assault me. Oh fuck, I went the wrong way. Ow. Ow. Yeah, that thing just... Jesus Christ, that thing's angry. That thing's so angry. Fuck. Ow! What the hell? Oh, there it is. What? Wait, where'd it go? What the fuck? Oh, it's because of the sun. Damn. Okay, I gotta wait until night for that. Oh well. Gives me more an opportunity to make money during the day so I can keep up upgrades. Stray's UE4 and Rise of Kong is UE5. Really? That was UE5? What the hell? No way. That can't be UE5. That crap looking game? Really? That's insane. I wish there was a way I could... I wonder if I can... time to... Okay. Oh. I'll wait until I have heart grid. Rise of Kong was made 1 year on UE5 from scratch with crunch. Ugh. God. Gross. No wonder it looked like utter dog shit. It said that a lucky slime had appeared around here, but I'm pretty sure I missed it. Oh, well, that guy died. I still have never even seen the flying phosphorus one eat. They all just get like really mad and just start attacking me like right away. But they said they eat everything. I don't know what to do. No. Oh, he's happy. Pink Phosphora large. He's happy though. He's not angry. Oh. He's happy. Where'd the other ones go? More like pissed off ones. Those guys go. Fine. Okay. Well, not the right time to grab these guys. I don't think. Good try bringing it back. See what happened. Uh-oh. Away from those guys. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna leave you guys to your fate. Those guys. Have fun with that. Jerry was in development for 7 years. Let's make it. Yeah, that's another development success story that I quite like. Man, I love Stray in general, but what the hell? Oh well. Ow. Look at that, another hen. Too many hens. Have over here. Strawberry. That's looking good. Carrots. Yeah, we need more carrots. Yeah, that's a lot of carrots. How long have I been leaving this thing unattended? There we go. $5,000. I'm pretty sure I could get 5,000 easily for that. Concord 8-year development, $400 million Tom for generic. Now, we still don't know if it costs $400 million to make. And the 8-year dev cycle, I know it wasn't fully in development for 8 years. I think it was more like 4 or 5 years that it was fully in development, which again, still way too long. But I mean, even if Concord was like a 4-year development for $200 million, that would still be catastrophically bad. Like catastrophic how bad that is. Don't go away. I want to. I need to at least like bring a few hens out with me in the wild when I try to find the lucky slime. Because I don't want to be. Yeah, bring you. Your meat. It'll eat it. But I mean, just Concord in general is just like just a unbelievably disastrous. Was a grifter punching bag for good I would say like I would actually say like that was for a good reason. I would say just because of how easy it was to make fun of that game, where it's like nearly everything. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Thought I was gonna get environment. I wonder how many fruit it would take, or items it would take, for that one slime to do something right out there. So let's go test it out. I mean, hell, I made a lot of videos about Concord because it was so. I found it's like so interesting to talk about. that like growing? Almost looks like it's growing to me. Could be wrong. Let me see. Oh. They have enough? Yeah, I think they should be fine. Maybe not over there. I'll put it on my house. About that. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, I'll put those on my house. I need to get rid of some tons. Overcrowding in here. You will be sacrifices. Do not worry. Your deaths will not be in vain. Mortog was real life orange cat that Stray was loosely based on. I've never heard the story. You'll have to tell me what the story is. I don't know what Mortog? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know if it's my imagination, but it looks like it's getting bigger when I shoot. From the creators of Stray, making the sad game. Look it up. Oh, okay. Oh, it's... Oh god, whoa. Bordeaux slimes? What are these? Oh. Oh, it's another damn ornament. I don't want these ornaments. These ornaments suck. Oh, crystal ornament. Single ornament. Key. Oh, I got a slime key. Wait, where is it? Wait, did I get a slime key? Where is it? Did I drop it? Yeah. I think I dropped it. Or maybe I have it in my inventory. Oh no, there it is. The insignia's right there. Never mind. So let me drop these off. Go into that cave. I can open the... Yeah, let me drop the ornaments off. What IPs and game companies that might show up in a future Smash Brothers game? I think Halo is definitely a big one. That's one of the more obvious choices, for me at least. I think Waluigi should be in a future Smash game. Beyond that, I really don't know. Just because I feel like with Ultimate, They already made a lot of they did a lot of the ones that fans wanted. Like, Sora is in there, shockingly. You have Banjo-Kazooie is in there, which is great. Yeah, Crash and Spyro, that's true. I think Crash should be the obvious one, but Spyro being in there would be well. Maybe some more Final Fantasy rep. Like, I'd almost like love to see a Moogle in Smash. That would be funny. But what they need to do is do one of those polls again, like they did when like Smash 3DS and Wii U was around, where Sakurai can find out which characters the community wants the most. Because, like, I mean, that's how they got Sora. Sora was the #1 for a long time. And I think a lot of people just didn't think it would ever happen because of Disney. Yeah, these guys just give, like, normal stuff. But now they're cute. Now they're happy. Yeah. Okay, so these are no different than a normal one. So, like, trying to get these guys to the base would be a waste of time. The voting thing is what decided Ultimate's third-party characters. Yeah, exactly. That's why they need to do it again, so they can kind of do like a refresh. And so people can tell Sakurai what they want. Indigo Quarry. Hey. Check it out. Hello, you. I got a nice juicy hen for you. There we go. A boom plort? Can I have these guys? If I can. These slimes are known to explode. Okay, that's fine. Oh, look at that. Oh god, whoa. Yeah. Okay. That was a worthy endeavor. Trying to get that guy. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Ah! These guys! Shit. No, they're killing everyone! Gotta run. Be around when these guys start killing. Jesus. Ow. Run away! I think I brought this to them. Sorry. Sorry about that. I will come back another day. Hack for a future Smash Brothers game. Represent. Oh, like Taking the Power of Juju? He was a big Western supporter for Nintendo, for Nordic Embracer. If Nick lets him do it for like Sora. For Disney, yeah. Okay, let me get the Plort slime back. Let me get this Boom Boom guy back, and then I think I'm gonna end it here for get him back. How much is a Bloom? Okay. Curious. At least now I have a reason to keep these hens around. That's good. I can feed the boom slimes. Alright, go and eat that, please. Thank you. Come on, eat that. There you go. Okay. Meat and fruit. Okay, that's good. Okay. You can live with the chickens. Now, let's see how much. See. Oh wow, it unlocked more. Damn, 61? Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I think I will end it there for today. So, next time we will keep going in the world of Slime Rancher. But thank you to everyone who came by. Thank you, Sonic. Thank you, David. Thank you, Nero. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, DMK78. Thank you, XYZ. Thank you, oh god, what's the... Downs. So, yeah, anyway, I will catch you all later. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you all on the next stream. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.